What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, SauceyFam. How you guys doing? We're back with another scary TikToks you should not watch alone video. This one's number 236. I know, we're working backwards. Who cares? Sue me. Sue me. You want to fight? You want to fight? Let's jump into it, man. Let's jump into it. Halloween is fast approaching. I told you guys in the last video, I want you to comment what those Halloween costumes are looking like this year. What are you guys going as? I'm trying to see these unique ideas, you know? And when we get to Halloween, I'm going to give you guys a place to send pictures of you and your family all dressed up, and then we'll show them. We'll make a big compilation of all you guys and your great costume ideas. So let's jump into this. If you guys are new here, you know the drill. Hit the subscribe button, man. Join the family. We're trying to hit 50K by New Year's. Let's do it.
She must have been out of her head.
Wait, did we watch this one already? We watched this one already. Okay, maybe not.
Look what happened when we were not home. Wait for it.
Oh, that just made, like, my eyes water. Oh my God. Bro, how do you explain that, man? How do you explain that? Look at the trajectory of the silverware when it leaves the drawer. Look at the trajectory. If your rationale is there's strings tied to it, explain to me the trajectory. How did they pull that off? Bro, that's real. It's real. Holy shit. Taki mushrooms. Look at that! Bruh. Nah. Okay. What the bro? I will punch your 7-year-old, like, literally straight in the face. I will make his nose into mashed potatoes. I will. Let him crawl up to me like that. See what happens. Ain't no candy. Ain't no candy. Oh, it's Phoebe!
There is no better way to kick off the spooky season than a video like this being sent to me with zero context other than a very loose translation of Malaysian that said, "Feed the water ghost." Cleo? Okay, just
Cleo,
watch this
no.
and let me know what you think.
Ada hubungan apa kamu dengan pria tadi? Astagfirullahaladzim. Jelas ya? Jelas ya teman-teman? Astagfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullah. Saya udah mentok zoomnya teman-teman ya.
What? That's Phoebe, though. That's Phoebe. That's one of my absolute favorite creators on all of TikTok. We've been friends for, I don't know, about a year now, probably. We're both very fascinated by the whole mermaid deal. She's probably obsessed, I guess you could say, but I am also very fascinated with the whole mermaid deal. That's kind of how we cross paths. And we're both on the spooky side of TikTok, if you will. So she's amazing. I love Phoebe. I'm glad she was put in a video. She's got almost 2 million followers now. Let's go.
These are some extremely unsettling facts, and I found all of these on Reddit. Albert Einstein is one of the most brilliant minds we have ever seen on Earth. So naturally, when he passed away, scientists wanted to study his brain to see if there was something different about him. But Albert Einstein had one dying wish. He did not want his brain to be studied, stating, "There's nothing special about me, anyone can be a genius." But despite this man's dying wish, his brain was still harvested and stolen and hidden for nearly a decade. It was eventually found and then split up and given to several different universities where now it's kept in a jar. A couple from Missouri finally scrounged up enough money to be
The story can stop there. What are we doing, people?
able to move into a house together. But their dreams quickly turned into nightmares. The house was infested with thousands of venomous brown recluse spiders. And after further investigation, it was discovered that there were almost 5,000 brown recluse spiders in this home. And finally, let's say you have a group of 10 friends. Scientifically speaking, out of all of you, one of you will die before the age of 40. And I know a lot of my facts are really dark, but that's why.
Thanks for that. Thanks.
Tiptoe through the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh, tiptoe from the garden, by the garden.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Facts about Jeffrey Dahmer you probably didn't know. He unalived his first victim at just 18 years old. Most people who do this don't start until around 29, so him starting so young is one of the reasons why he's one of the most sickening serial killers ever. His father taught him how to preserve animal bones. He was extremely obsessed with anatomy and skeletons, which is probably the reason why most of his victims ended up in a vat of acid. He was even a combat medic in the army from 1979 to 1981. He was later then accused of SAing someone and discharged. If this video can get 25,000 likes, I'll drop a part 2.
I love bears. How about you? The big fellow behind me is Goliath, said to stand 12 feet tall and weigh 2,500 pounds.
What are you gonna do there? Oh my god. It's a Prius. It's a Prius with
was massive. Was he really that big? Who's gonna argue? I'll take your word for it, Goliath.
Yeah, I'm good.
The story that I'm about to tell you is particularly gruesome, friends. Please watch at your own risk. In 2007, 100,000 tons of fish were fished illegally from the rivers in the Kamchatka region of Russia's north.
Uh-oh.
Leading to what happens next.
Uh-oh.
A group of up to 30 bears literally attacked a remote mining operation in the Kamchatka region. There were 400 men, women, and children that could not leave for days. The facts of this case are more horrifying than any movie, I assure you. I am adding no embellishment. They had seen the starving bears and had been menaced by them before. Usually it was a single bear, sometimes 2 or 3. It was so bad for the bears that they didn't congregate because they were eating one another. If a starving bear was big enough, it would eat its friend. For the last few weeks, every time anybody left the building to do anything, they went armed to the teeth in groups of 3 or more. But that didn't stop what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
We don't really know what changed with the bears that day. But suddenly, more than 30 had gathered. The men had shot at some and even killed them. The other bears promptly consumed their fallen comrades and then came after the men. Everybody withdrew to the main building, 400 men, women, and children inside that day and that night, screaming and crying when the bears attacked. You never knew which way they would come from. They would claw and rip at one of the doors, and the men would try to take a shot at them. Sometimes they were successful and killed a bear, and other times they just drove them off for a while, and they came back. They had reached out to their government time and again and begged for help, and the government said, "There's nothing that we can do for the weather. You'll have to wait this one out. We'll come as soon as we can." They didn't know if they would have enough time.
Imagine being the first one to that scene. And, that's awful. What a terrible way to go. Just surrounded by horrifying screaming. That's brutal, man.
The bears attacked all through the night, but with the coming of dawn, they retreated. They posted a man on the roof, and 2 heavily armed security guards went outside to see if they could get to one of the trucks. The man on the roof said they didn't make it 25 feet. There was a bear lurking around the corner and it attacked the first man. It wasn't even time for them to get a shot off. The man on the roof did, though, and he hit the bear at least twice, he believes. It didn't stop what happened next. Within moments, a group of 7 bears had rushed out and overwhelmed the 2 men and began to feed immediately. More in part 2 if you're interested.
I'm good. I mean, personally, my imagination can wrap that story up just fine. Thanks. Creature preacher, huh? Oh, great. Part 2. That's
The 2 heavily armed security guards were killed and eaten. Those inside had to listen and watch what happened next. The bears being fired upon removed a short distance away and waited until dark. They came back then for the bodies, and the people could hear them in the distance, feeding on the remains. In the meantime, they had finally gotten through to the ministry, and they said that they were sending a jeep. Trouble had been brewing for some time. There was no salmon that year, no fish in the rivers. There's no way that the bears could put on the fat they needed to survive. It was a very hard time for them. They first started digging up our graves and eating our dead, and that is how they gained a taste for human flesh, it said. They trapped the men at the platinum mine, and the women and the children, and began to hunt them actively, trying to pick them off. The nearby village had also experienced deaths at the hands of these Kamchatka brown bears. Things had been getting very desperate. Men were killing bears, and bears were stalking, hunting, killing, and eating us. Russia's Emergency Situation Ministry dispatched teams of men to destroy the bears. Some say that they got them all. Others say that's not the case. 900 bear in the area were put down. There have been attacks in that area before, but they are on a rise ever since. A new generation of killer bear, perhaps. I can tell you this, there are stories to this day of graves dug up and the remains eaten by bears. Could it be? I'll let you decide. The moral of the story is, save some food for the bears. We were like Goldilocks and ate all of their porridge. We left them with nothing, and then were surprised when they came to us for food.
Okay, that's a great story right there. You reap what you sow? Is that a bad thing to say? I mean, look. I don't know. What would a dad of a family do if you took all of his food away? I mean, he's not going to just watch his family starve to death. We're going to find something to eat, right? We're going to find something to put in our body for nourishment, right? That's pretty scary because bears, man, if you don't get the perfect shot or enough shots, all you're going to do is just make it so mad. They're just so incredibly strong and fast and intelligent. Woo! Man. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll catch you in the next video, man. Throw a like on this for me. Subscribe. Turn on that bell. Spooktober, baby. Spooktober. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stay safe out there, everybody. Like, for real, stay safe. Peace out. SauceyFam.